Hello, welcome to today's video. So this is a bit of a sad video now. I'm not happy to make this, but I want to kind of get an idea and get some opinions on what other people think about what is going on with the BDO at the moment. So it's come out in the last couple of days that the BDO have slashed their prize fund by half. So whatever people were expecting to get, it's actually going to be half of what they're expecting to get, which in a few cases, I believe, it's going to actually cause players to lose money going to the event. They're actually not going to make money at the event, even if they win a game or whatever, because their travel costs are going to be a lot higher than what they're actually even able to earn if they were to lose. I mean, obviously, if everyone goes there with the idea of winning the tournament, then they're going to make some money, but not loads. It's going to be quite bad. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about today in this video, so let's get into it. So here we have got a website, The Mirror, quite a known news source. They've said the BDO cut World Championship prize money by 50%. And from what I've seen on social media and from what I've seen on Facebook and stuff like that, it does seem to be that way. Everything's going to be cut in half. We haven't had any guaranteed, solid amounts of money where the prize fund's going to be, but it's not going to be the full amount that everyone was expecting. And for me, being someone who's self-employed, that's like if I was to say, right, I'm going to work for you, so I'm a tree surgeon, I'm going to work for you, I'm going to do all your tree work for £200 a day. And then they say, okay, that's fine, we'll see you in a few weeks. And then a couple of days before I go there, they ring me up and they say, oh, just so you know, we've had some problems, so we can't pay you £200 a day now, we can only pay you £100 a day. Now, for me, trying to earn money for a living, I've quoted that price. I know it's not exactly the same because they haven't quoted the amount, but it's kind of the same. I've quoted that price. That's the price that I'm willing to work for, and if you don't like it, then I'm not working for you. But you've also caused me to potentially have a big amount of time where I don't have work because now I've got to go and look for work. So it's kind of like that. But yeah, so if we have a look at what the prize fund was for the last year, because as far as we're aware, last year's prize fund is supposed to be the same as this year's prize fund, but now they've halved it, so I guess it's not going to be. So we're looking at winning the tournament will get you 50 grand, runner-up will get you 17.5 grand. If you get to semi-finals, you'll get yourself 7.5 grand. Second round losers will get you 2,250. First round losers will get you 1,625. And if you lose in the prelim, you'll get £1,000. Also, if you get the highest checkout of the tournament, 250 quid, which is, just take it out. Forget about the highest checkout, there's no point of doing it. And then the women as well. So the women, it's not as bad as far as I'm aware. To be honest, they were supposed to pay out 20 grand to the winner of the women's, but it's now gone down to 8 grand. So if we were to half it again, 2.5 grand runner-up, 1,000 semi-finalists, quarter-finalists will get £500, and first round losers will get £250 for playing on TV in a World Championship. In a last 16 as well. That's so bad. But this got me thinking, what about the players who are going to be travelling a long way? What are they going to do? And how are they going to earn any money from this? It's just laughable. So if we have a look at the draw for this, so the first round losers will be getting £1,000. As far as we're aware. It's going to be about half. So they're going to be getting about £1,000, okay? Right, so out of all these players, we have Justin Thompson from Australia. We have Dave Cameron from Canada. We have Darren Hawini from New Zealand. And we have Joe Cheney from USA. All in the first round, all travelling over to play in this tournament. All potentially could lose their first round match and only make £1,000. So let's say they do, unfortunately to these guys, lose their first round match and they do only earn themselves £1,000. Let's have a look at that. So, I have had a look on the cheapest flights I can find, and also I have put it for next month as well, so that there's no... I want to try and make it as cheap as possible. So obviously if they were to leave now, it would be like 3 times the price because it's extremely late bookings. So there's that. But just assuming that they booked their flights as soon as they knew that they were in the World Championship, they gave themselves plenty of notice. This is roughly what I think the prices would be. Also, it's like New Year's Eve, Christmas, all that time, so it might be a bit more expensive, but I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt as best as possible here. So, starting with America, Joe Cheney. Let's say he comes from New York and he wants to fly into London. Best thing he can do is get a return flight for £331. That's the best he can do. Also, I've assumed that they're probably going to be here for at least 5 days. Travel time and then having to adjust to the time zones and jet lag and having somewhere to stay and all that sort of stuff. A bit of practice room as well. They're probably going to want to be there for at least 5 days, in my opinion. So, we'll start off £331. So if I stick this into my calculator, £331, that's going to be your cost of flights. And this is for one person as well. This isn't for you going with your wife or going with your family or whoever. This is for you going on your own for 5 days to play in the World Championships. So the flight's £331. And then if we have a look at hotels, I have gone for the budgeted, the cheapest hotel you can find, right? And I shoot, yeah, this one's like a room if you wanted to go and stay in someone's house and rent a room out for 5 days, £260. But let's assume you want to go for a hotel. The cheapest hotel here is £324, and that is pretty close to the O2 Arena. After that, all the hotels are like £670, nearly £1,000, £750, over £1,000. Like, the hotels are expensive in that area. So if you want to have a cheap hotel, £324 for 5 days is very, very cheap. So let's add that onto the price. Let's assume that everyone in this list goes for the cheap hotel, the £324 hotel for 5 nights. Okay, so that then adds up to £655. So that's what it's going to cost you for hotels and flying if you're Joe, if you're flying from America. Okay, so £655. If you lose first round, you are going to make yourself £345, which isn't a lot of money. Probably like nearly $500, $450. That's not a lot of money, but then you've got to take into consideration that you're there for 5 days, and you've got to be able to live and spend money and buy food. So let's say you spend £100 a day for 5 days. That's £500. Okay, so that then takes your total up to £1,155. So, bare minimum, if you lose first round and you're Joe Cheney, you are going to lose £150. Bare minimum, okay? So, is there any point of playing in it? Well, I think maybe there is a point. If he wins his first round, he'll get £2,000, which will then mean that he'll be up like £845. So anyway, that's Joe. That's Joe from America, which isn't too bad of a flight, but it gets worse, okay? So next, Canada. Okay, so Dave Cameron is from Canada. His flights, £400. £400 for flights. So if we add that into our calculator, 400 plus the hotel fee, which was how much was that? 324. 324 makes you £724 plus about £500 spending money for 5 nights, give or take. Brings it up to £1,224. So if he loses first round, he's going to be down £224, which is it's not a little amount of money. You've just had Christmas, you've just had all the expenses of Christmas, you've had time off work, and you're about to lose £225. And you've got to remember, if these guys are self-employed, they're not only are they losing that amount of money, they're losing that amount of money plus the amount of money that they could have earned being at work for those 5 days. And this is just assuming that they lose first round and they go home. I mean, the price of a flight, if you were to leave it open, would probably be a lot more expensive, because obviously this is best case scenario. If you plan to lose first round, then you're gonna book your return flight for a couple of days after. No one's planning to lose first round. They're all planning to win the tournament. So the flights will be more expensive, but I'm just trying to give a best case scenario for these numbers. So anyway, yeah, £1,224 if you're Dave Cameron and you have the bare minimum spend for this week. Next though, Auckland. So I've thought that we will do Darren Hewini. So going from Auckland in New Zealand, number one, it's a 32-hour trip, right? So he's going to need the full 5 days really to recover from that. That is an obscene amount of travel time. Some places it might be 35 hours. So I think 5 days is a bare minimum. But Cheapest flight, £791. So if we put that into our calculator, £791. Right, and then we add on the £324 for the cheapest flight that there was. We get £1,115 plus £500 for spending money over 5 days to spend on food and drink and keeping yourself alive. £1,616. Now, if he loses first round, bare minimum, he's going to lose himself over £600. It's going to be £615. This tournament's going to cost him if he loses first round. If he loses second round, he's going to make himself a couple of £100. Is it worth it? I don't know. And then last but not least, who do we have there? Justin Thompson from Australia. His flights aren't as bad. His flight time isn't as bad as well. 24 hours, about 24 hours. And his cheapest flight is going to be £641. So, £641 plus the £324 for the hotel for 5 nights, plus 5 days spending money equals £1,465. That's a lot of money. This is a lot of money. I mean, the fact that the BDO have reduced their money is just obscene. It is absolutely obscene. I hope that this... I don't really know. I kind of, for the sake of dart players, I want people to boycott this tournament. People like Justin Thompson from Australia, Dave Cameron from Canada, Darren Hawini from New Zealand, and Joe Cheney from America. If you don't do well, you're going to lose money playing in this tournament. Is it worth it? Is it worth losing money to play in a tournament that's not really going to be seen, that sponsors are pulling out of, that you've already been deceived once in the build-up to this, or probably more than once? I mean, the amount of stuff going on with the BDO is just absolutely obscene. Is it worth going to this tournament, feeding the BDO the opportunity to play these players? If it was me, I wouldn't go. I honestly don't think that I would risk £600 to get minimal recognition. If you're going to come over in January, then just go to Q School. Save your money. Go to Q School. Don't even bother playing in the World Championships. If you're already got the flights there, just go to Q School instead. I mean, if there's a way that you can do both, then do both. But seriously, get yourself over to Q School. Another £450 could potentially earn you thousands. Hundreds of thousands if you're good enough. I'm just in shock at these numbers. I'm in shock at the way that this has been done. I mean, the women first round might be getting £250. Let's have a look at Dart's database for the first round of the women's. Who is playing in the first round of the women's? Who is potentially going to take home that amount of money? Miraku Suzuki, okay? From Japan. Let's say Japan is about the same, it's going to be the same flight costs as Australia. You're looking at £1,500 to come over and play in this tournament. And if you lose first round, you're going to earn yourself £250. You're going to lose over £1,000 if you're Mikaru Suzuki. Who else is playing in the first round? I don't know where these people are from. I think most of them are English, to be fair, or from the UK or Europe at least. But yeah. I don't know about anyone else. I don't know who this person is. This person's from Australia, so there we go. Tori Kewish, Mikaru Suzuki. If you lose first round of the Women's World Championships, you're going to be down over £1,000 in travel costs and hotels and food and stuff. It's just terrible. I honestly want some players to boycott the World Championships because it's taking the mick now. It's really, really starting to take the mick. And I love darts. I love dart players. I'm a big fan of the PDC. I am a big fan of the BDO. I love the BDO. I love what they do. I love the way that they get people on the ladder, on the conveyor belt of darts, get them involved in darts. I appreciate that the PDC is a much higher standard, and the BDO, there are players who play in the BDO who will not stand a chance in the PDC. And I love that the BDO gives these people an opportunity. But now, the PDC does as well with the challenge tours and the development tours. And I think the BDO it needs to finish. This is an embarrassment. This really is an embarrassment. It's horrible to think that some of these players have been practicing darts their whole life to get the chance to play darts on television, earn some money, and they're actually going to lose money playing in it. It's just terrible. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. I have tried my best to explain it as much as I can. It's not good. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Yeah, have a good New Year's. I hope you all have a great night tonight. I'm going to be partying away, and I'll be back tomorrow night for the PDC World Championship Finals. Michael Van Gerwen versus Peter Wright. Can't wait for that. It'll be on stream. I'll start at 7 o'clock tomorrow, just before 7, maybe 10 to 7. Come say hello. Come get involved in the chat, and I look forward to it. But also, comment section, let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about the BDO and the prize fund and things like that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.